This will be week number 5. So I've been spending a lot of days working on my Christmas village, and I'm right now probably in the middle of it. From now on, it will be easier. However, this stage I find the hardest, and I also find I get very, very discouraged at this stage. There are days when I get up and I have my breakfast and I have my coffee and I dawdle and I start my laundry and I do all these other things, and I just don't feel like starting on the village because I'm working with electrical right now. Part of the problem is the fact that the electrical is on a timer, and I can only start working on it if it's not battery powered. I can only start working on it after 4 o'clock when I can see the lights. I can set everything up, but if at 4 o'clock the lights come on and something is wrong, then I have to start all over again. So I typically wait until the timer turns the lights on, and then I start working on it. I will show you actually how far I've gotten. It's starting to look really good. I'm really happy with it. However, it's hard not to get discouraged at this point. Basically because I'm surrounded by junk, I'm surrounded by mess, I'm surrounded by garbage. I have to clean up the garbage every day because there's bits of styrofoam and cellophane and all sorts of things that end up being garbage. And I don't have the space to be organized well enough that I can just continue working without cleaning up every 10-15 minutes. So it's discouraging. Then when I start looking for things in the totes, I have so many totes, I have to start cleaning up the totes. I have to start emptying them out and throwing out what I'm not using. But that's really, really hard for a bit of a hoarder like me. I don't typically have a hard time getting rid of things, but supplies is a different story when I know how difficult it is in Canada to source supplies. And I keep thinking, well, I might be able to use this, so I'm not going to throw it away. And then I still end up with 25 totes. But to look for things in the totes is a time-consuming and miserable job. Having said that, I usually do find what I'm looking for, but it just puts delays on the progress. So when I look about and I see how far I have gotten, I'm quite pleased. I love this new setup. It's not as easy as the old setup because the old setup, I had done it in that way for many, many years, and it was much easier to do. But I do like this new setup. It's just reconfiguring it all and knowing where to put everything and knowing where, because I take the tracks up because I want to feed the electrical wires under the tracks. So I take the tracks up and then I lose track of where the tracks are. Just different things like that. So stay with me. I'll just show you my progress thus far, and I'll show you the little tricks that I've been doing to try and get things the way I want them to get. Once I'm through the electrical, then it's a matter of setting everything up properly, putting the tracks back on permanently, putting the mountain back on, setting the mountain up with all the houses and the electrical. I don't anticipate that will be a big problem because that electrical will simply feed to the back and it won't have to go overland. Here on the lower part of the diorama, the wires with this new setup of the dungeon tiles, the large dungeon tiles here, it does go overland, and I would like to make sure that those wires are all invisible. So stay tuned. I'll show you what I've done up till now. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look at my progress so far. Stay tuned, there's more to come. And until I see you again, I wish you peace and blessings. Goodbye.